Well, good morning, all you DIYers out there and dog trotters. Uh, this is Jeff Whitney at the Dog Trot. It's a Wednesday morning, and we're considering our tasks for today. One of the main things that we want to do is get the shop cleaned up and the slabs moved over and taken account of the slabs that we have. We have a potential client coming over this weekend for purchasing for his store, which to me looks to be pretty good. Uh, but we'll see. Time will tell. And to get the tools and stuff organized so that both of us can use and the facilities to more of our benefit than just a place to drop things off. Getting some sort of a flow going through there is important. Flow in, flow out, and that's kind of have to be the motto, so I don't get stuck into the triangle or the cubby hole of hoarding. So we're working on that. Where when we come back from a buy, which is usually right now on Saturday, but we are planning on expanding somewhat and kind of gridding off the area and finding out what the little towns might have in store for us. Um, I don't want to say we want to be like the pickers. We want to shop locally and keep the money in locally and do a little bit more in-depth history about the products and things like that. Um, Not that I have anything really bad about um, the American Pickers. It was a good show. It's educated a lot of people. It's hurt some markets and it's helped some markets. So you just kind of have to go with the flow on that. But for right now, we're just worried about our own existence and creating a store, which we have one already in Angie at Cross the Tracks, which if you're in the Angie area, please do stop by. Cross the Tracks are real friendly people there, and they they've got some interesting stuff. Of course, they've got my stuff, they've got Rick Mason's stuff, they've got Mark's and Belinda's. It's a somewhat closely knit vendors, or should I say closely knit, as I'm not really sure. We had such a changeover last year from Chick getting killed, and it created a void in leadership, I would say, in the Angie area. But I think that's being filled now, and somebody has taken over the auction, and so hopefully the auction will be more smoother and more buyer friendly and seller friendly. Our next step in that is possibly doing a drift or a walkabout shot before the auction, and so we can post this up on the internet and let people see um, what is up and coming, or what has been up and coming, and there'll be a category list of shows for that. But I'm not going to probably start that for uh, probably the month of April, is the month to maybe kick it off. I'm not sure on that because I have special guests coming for the month of April, which is Grace Whitney, my friend and wife and ex-wife and whatever, just really my good friend. And she'll be visiting us here for about a month, and I've got lots of tasks at hand to get that prepared and ready to go. And boy, I'm telling you, it's been a rough winter, very rough. It's the roughest winter I've had in a long time, or I've seen in a long time here in the South. We're just not used to this freezing cold weather and the snow and the ice and stuff like that. But spring will be here pretty soon, and we'll spring back. We will go out and get done what we need to get done. And now that I've got brother here, I don't have mixed feelings about it. I have very positive feelings about it. Just deciding on how he wants to be called, whether it's Jean, or Johnny, or Johnny, or what, or Hick, or David. That has remains to be settled inside of my mind what to call him. Vitamin-wise, we're lining up to take lots of vitamins so that the change over the season we won't be affected by the changeover, because you usually get a spring cold, and I don't want a spring cold. I don't like colds anytime. But that's one of the things. We are eating good. In fact, we're getting ready to launch our first in a series of many cook shows, and it'll be starring myself and also my brother, Jean Duell. Reason he's a Duell and I'm a Whitney. Well, I married a Whitney, and I like her name better than I like my own name, and I wanted to have it, and so I have really both names. But I'm just me. That's just basically it, just me. But anyways, we have a task today to do. Whether we make it into Angie is debatable, because first comes the shop and getting that cleaned up, and we've also got to plane boards for the up and coming delivery into Cross the Tracks. Now, if you're ever in Cross the Tracks and you want to meet me, well, just ask somebody. They'll point you in the direction I usually am. I don't go too far. I go from my home here, which is quite delightful. It's my little haven away from everything. I've gone now well over a year not watching any TV, and I'm quite enjoying it. I do have my internet, and I do have my readings as far as audible readings, and I enjoy those. I should get more on a routine of doing that. I'm retaking my master class with Weiner Herzog, who is, in my eyes, probably one of the greatest directors the film industry has seen in years. And I'm enjoying what he's teaching. Some of the stuff I don't agree with, but hey, he's the master. And who am I to say, oh, well, that doesn't work for me? No, that's because I guess I get lazy, and I think, oh, well, I can just skirt by with just that amount of information. But I see what he's talking about, because then it creates a very higher level that you actually you set a goal up and you set it up high, so you might obtain that next level to reach that. And that's an interesting way of life. Um, it's just a matter of getting yourself to do it. And really, in that, it's the laziness. You need to get up and do it. Well, I babbled on now for um, 10 minutes now, and I like to keep this at around 10. So for now, this is Jeff Whitney Duell signing off at the Dog Trot, bringing you another morning adventure of life at the Dog Trot. Please do email me, and I will try to answer your questions. And my email is right in the directory. Well, actually, in the titles. I always put it there. And do be safe out there. Have a good one.